Hey y'all, for the longest I have been promising an updated eyebrow routine, and finally I did it. Finally. I'm sorry it took forever. It is what it is. I'm not gonna delay it any further. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. So I'm gonna be using a combination of 3 products. One is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Brunette. I finally converted to the dark side. Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. This is the shade Dark Brown. My old faithful, if you've been watching me for a while, was MAC Fluid Line in the shade Dip Down. I still use that. I actually went to go repurchase that, but the store didn't have MAC. I was on a military base. The store didn't have MAC, so I went ahead and gave that a shot. Then I'm also going to be using my MAC Studio Fix Concealer in the shade NC45, Tried and True. And then the brushes that I'm going to be using are the Anastasia Beverly Hills double-ended brush. I think this is brush number 20, but don't quote me on that. And then the MAC 212 flat definer brush. First things first, I'm going to go in with my micro brow pencil. And I love this because it has the pencil on one end and the spoolie on the other side. If you don't want to break the bank with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, I would highly suggest this. They're the same thing. I actually prefer this over the Brow Wiz. So I'm going to take that spoolie and brush my hairs in the same direction. And I'm going to start at the front, doing very light strokes, and then adding just a little bit on the front at the bottom. I don't do too much work on the front end of my brow just because I want them to look as natural as possible. Once I've done that, I'm just going to brush that out, and that's it. That's literally all I do to the front of my brow as far as darkening product, if you will. Then I'm going to go into the bottom of my brow, just using very light strokes. Filling that in, going all the way to the tail end. I'm going to start creating my arch. And that's it for the bottom. Then at the top, doing the same thing. And connecting. Bam. Now if I wanted to stop right there, I could, but this pencil is just a little bit too brown. So at that point, that's when I'm gonna jump in with my dip brow. I just take just the slightest bit, like just dip it in there maybe twice. Maybe twice, that's actually a lot. So I'm gonna tap off just a little bit, and then I'm just gonna go over what I did on the back end of my brow. I'm not gonna touch the front end. Like I said, that's all the product that I'm gonna be using. Gonna add just a bit to the tail. And that's it. That's it for the darkening product. So then to highlight and to clean up, I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I like to wet my brush because I feel like it blends better that way. You can use anything to wet it. Water, contact solution, Fix Plus, setting spray, whatever. I'm gonna dip into there. And I'm just gonna follow along the bottom end of my brow, guys. That's it. Okay. Then I'm gonna go up here. Can you see? And go around to really define the brow shape. Okay, so then as you can see, I'm just blending that out upwards. Okay, it's very important that you blend. It's 2017, guys. There's no reason for you to not be blending your brows. Hello. And then on the bottom, I'm gonna blend downward. And then to define the tail just a little bit, I'm gonna go back in, not adding any additional product, and just go over the tail. That's literally it, guys. Literally it. That's it. Practice makes Perfect.